welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase with me, Chase. And while we wait with bated breath over whether or not President Trump is going to be arrested, will he? Will he not? Who knows what's going on? There was some cool news that I saw that came off of Twitter in regards to Jenna Ortega, who is Scream 6, Wednesday Addams, Scream 5. If you couldn't tell, I'm a Scream fan. So this news was particularly interesting to me because of that connection. It resembles so much of what Henry Cavill went through dealing with Netflix writers, because that's specifically what she's pinpointing here when she was on this podcast hosted by Dax Shepard on Spotify. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. But before we get into that, I just want to take a moment and remind you guys, if you have not yet already, please hit that subscribe button down there. If you like content like this, you'll love this channel because that's what we talk about here. So hit that subscribe button and join the Mustache Club. She goes into detail about, the Netflix writers were basically wanting to write Wednesday Addams in a completely not Wednesday Addams way. Like, the character would never do this kind of stuff. Why are you writing it like this? So I'm gonna read here some of the things that she said about it. And she says, "I don't think I've ever had to put my foot down on a set the way that I had to on Wednesday, because it's so easy to fall into that category, especially with this type of show. Everything that Wednesday Addams does, everything that I had to play, did not make sense for her character at all. Her being in a love triangle made no sense. There was a line about, like, this dress that she has to wear for a school dance and said, 'Oh my gosh, I love it. Ugh, I can't believe I said that. I literally hate myself.' And I had to go, no, there's no way. There were times on that set when I became almost unprofessional in a sense, when I just started changing lines. The script supervisor thought I was going with something, and then I would have to sit down with the writers, and they would be like, wait, what happened to the scene? And I would have to go through the scene and explain why I couldn't do certain things." This is perfect. She cares about the character, she cares about how the character is presented, and she cares about the character staying true to her roots, how she was created. And when you start deviating from that, it gets weird and it gets unrecognizable. And this is very similar to the experience that Henry Cavill had when dealing with the Netflix writers. He came on so gung-ho to play Geralt on The Witcher. He even said, "I'm going to be here for 7 seasons. As long as you guys respect the story, stay true to the character and the source material, we're golden, we're doing this." And it went in one ear and out the other, because they went their own way and they bastardized the story. And now they're scrambling to pick up the pieces. They're even talking about rebooting The Witcher with Liam Hemsworth now that he's taking on the role. And it's like, did you guys not learn from Witcher Blood Origins that your direction is dead? So I appreciate Jenna Ortega taking an active role and staying consistent with who her character is. I respect that a lot. But I will say this, Wednesday Addams would have never saved this school. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the show. She just wouldn't have saved that school. She would have let it burn. However, not all people are thrilled, and actually there's a lot of hate going towards her from inside Hollywood, calling her like a diva and hard to work with, toxic. One of those comes from Stephen DeKnight, and he's known from like Pacific Rim and Netflix's Daredevil, things like that. He came out and said, "She's young, so maybe she doesn't know any better, but she should. She should also ask herself how she would feel if the showrunners gave an interview and talked about how difficult she was and refused to perform the material. This kind of statement is beyond entitled and toxic. I love her work, but life's too short to deal with people like this in the business." And that's kind of a sentiment inside Hollywood. I don't care. I mean, people say Christian Bale was hard to work with. Ooh, big deal. Obviously, she did something right because the show was very successful. So, like, I think just keep doing what you're doing. But I will give her credit too, because she's putting her money where her mouth is, because she's executive producing the next season that's coming out. So there you go. So she has more say. I like these moments, these little victories where legacy characters are being treated with respect, not just being bastardized everywhere that we look like so many others. So I want to bring that to light, shed some good news. But anyways, if you like this video, please go down and like it. And if you have not yet already, please subscribe to the channel. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. What do you think of Jenna Ortega's... Is she being a diva? Is she a prima donna here? Or is she trying to save the little treasures that are left in Hollywood? Love to know what you guys think. And as always, guys, peace out.